Well, hello, and welcome to the show today. We are learning about mold-a-ramas. So I've heard about these a while ago, kind of briefly got a little bit of an understanding of what they are, piqued my interest, but I've never really dug into it and understood them, so let's find out what the hell mold-a-ramas are. Mold-A-Rama. Okay, so let's start straight up. Moldarama is actually a brand name for a type of vending machine that makes injection molded plastic figurines. So these things literally make your toy right in front of you. They injection mold it with plastic. How cool is that? So here's one of the machines. It looks very 60s. Okay, and here's a video I found showing it by Jonathan Sterner. So first, just put your dollar in, just like a vending machine. And then look at that, it just goes together, the mold goes together, and it's making your Mold-A-Rama plastic toy right now. It really just looks like a piece of factory equipment that they put into a fun little vending machine package. Wow, and there it is, look at that! It just came out, and it popped it right out. Is it hot still? It says, caution, drops of hot plastic may remain. Hold upside down until cool. Yikes. And you open up the door and pull out your toy. And there it is. Wow, look at that. He's got a penguin just like that, molded in front of your very eyes. That is such a cool little concept. Honestly, it's a pretty lame toy. I don't know if any kid's really gonna hold on to that for very long, but seeing it made in front of you like that is really cool. I love that idea. So here's an article on howstuffworks.com by Bernadette Johnson, how mold-a-ramas work. So their articles are always good, so let's go through this. Yeah, they compare it to a 3D printer. I wonder how long it will be till we have 3D printers that are like quick enough to actually do kind of the mold-a-rama thing, and you see it printed in front of you, and then you could do a whole bunch of different toys. It doesn't have to be whatever that mold is in there. You could do a whole bunch of different stuff, but I think the problem now with 3D printing is it's just way too slow. But that would be a cool future vending machine. Somebody do it! So Mold-A-Rama was invented by J.H. Miller with the nickname Tyke, Illinois. Illinois? I don't know. So he got into figurine making in the late 1930s when he needed a replacement part for a nativity scene, and the store wouldn't sell him the individual piece, so rather than buy the whole thing again, he made one out of plaster himself, and soon him and his wife began producing plastic figures in their basement. They founded a company, acquired a factory, hired employees, and ended up selling the figures to department stores. They initially created the figures by pouring plaster into rubber molds. But in 1955, the year Disneyland opened, the company developed special injection molding machines, the predecessor to Mold-A-Rama, and switched to plastic. Plastic was the material of the future in the 50s, so I'm told. Wasn't around. But their company went bankrupt in 1959-1960. But around that time, Tyke had kind of come up with the idea of a vending machine that would instantly make plastic souvenirs for individual customers. So I guess he probably had people visiting his factory and saw how delighted they were to see this kind of stuff. So he said, why don't we make this into a vending machine for people to see? So he licensed that idea for the vending machine to the Automatic Retailers of America, the ARA, now called Aramac, and they worked with them to develop the original machines, which appeared at the 1962 Seattle's World Fair. Everything appears at the World's Fair back then. Do we even have World's Fairs anymore? If we do, I really want to go. And they produced figures such as the Space Needle. So cool. And then they made more machines, up to 150 perhaps, for the World's Fair in New York City, and you could get a Sinclair oil dinosaur or a Mold-A-Rama Disney figure from the Disneyland Toy Factory branded machines. That is very cool. So they made about 200 machines from 62 to 69, and they were kind of all over the US at tourist attractions, rest stops, local stores, all, just kind of touristy places, I would guess. But the company decided to get out of the business and sold all their Mold-A-Ramas by 1971. So look, you can kind of see in this photo, each arm has half of the plastic mold on it, and they go together, and then there's holes in there where you can shoot in the plastic to form it and to let the plastic in and out along with air too. That's what the holes are for. Here's a good photo of the US Capitol building mold, so you can see what they were kind of like. So they use polyethylene plastic, which is melted and stored in a holding tank beneath the molds, and the molten plastic is pumped in between there through one of those holes in the bottom, and once the mold is filled with plastic, compressed air is blown into the cavity between the mold halves to push the liquid plastic against the cooled walls of the mold. So you end up with a hollow figure. Very cool. And then they separate, out comes your toy, and you pick it up, and I guess they're slightly warm even when you get them still. So, and this is how they fill them with the plastic, is it's these little plastic pellets that are different colors, I guess, or you can change the color of them and mix them together. So here they have them all, they store them in old cheese ball containers. I wonder how long it took them to go through that many cheese balls. Apparently, because of the plastic that they used to use, you had to have these machines outside because of the toxic fumes that they would release, but apparently they've got newer plastics now that they're using, so you can maybe use them indoors, but still sounds a little dicey to me. So look at some of these Moldarama toys. There's Frankenstein. You got all these animals for zoos. This looks like the Sinclair dinosaur back there. Look, there's Abraham Lincoln and the Wienermobile. That's a cool one. That Santa Claus is cool. It says Universal Studios on it too. Oh look, here's the Disneyland Toy Factory one with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse you can see are there. $5, this must be pretty new. A pretty new photo. Ooh, look at this, a scandalous sexy lady Mold-A-Rama toy. Oh, here are all the Disney ones. Here's Pinocchio, Goofy, Peter Pan, there's Mickey, Pluto, Donald, Jiminy Cricket. Again, they're pretty lame toys by themselves, but when you know the story of how they were made and created, they're really cool. Something about them. Wow, look, there's a Mold-A-Rama from Grauman's Chinese Theater. So the Mold-A-Ramas are no longer manufactured, but you can actually still find many of the machines in operation today. That's so cool. So there's basically two companies, it seems, today that are kind of operating the Mold-A-Rama still. Replication Devices and Mold-A-Rama Incorporated. And both of them have been around for a few decades, and they actually bought the Mold-A-Rama machines back from the original company when the original Mold-A-Rama decided to get out of the Mold-A-Rama business. You can still go see them. It looks like there's a lot in Florida, and there's some in like Minnesota, Michigan, and a lot in the Chicago area. And I'm actually going to Chicago soon. I'm gonna have to get one of these. So they generally cost about $2 to buy, but the machines are expensive to operate because they require lots of maintenance, and there's the constant heating and cooling and moving parts. But they are popular. In 2004, the San Antonio Zoo estimated that they sold about 130,000 figurines per year. So people still like these things. Even something so simple invented in the 60s, they're selling over 100,000 per year. Yeah, and I'm sure there's like collectors for these things, and you know, some of them go for hundreds of dollars, of course. I guess sometimes these owners of the machines will kind of make new custom molds too, but not very often because it's pretty hard to do and expensive. So Mold-A-Rama Incorporated has a website, moldarama.com, and so they don't sell the machines, but they just own and operate their own machines in various locations. And so they show where you can go and find their Mold-A-Rama machines, and look at this, they have like multiple ones at the same location. Please, if any of you are near a Mold-A-Rama machine and can go do this, please go do it and send me a photo of this thing or a video of you doing it. I'm excited to see someone actually do this and want to do it myself too. Looks like they sell some cool Mold-A-Rama swag and t-shirts. Interesting, they also sell the Mold-A-Rama figures already made. To me, I want to go to a machine and make it for myself and then have it. That's what makes it special. I wouldn't really want to just buy one that's already made, don't you think? Oh, you can get them glow in the dark. That's cool. I feel like I just continually say, that's cool, but it is. I'm on moldville.com, and this guy says he actually has the Grauman's Chinese Theater machine available for sale. Wow, so if you're really into this, I guess you can still buy yourself a machine, but you gotta maintain it and everything, and keep it filled with plastic. Well, that was a delightful trip down vintage toy history lane. Yeah, so these types of machines and inventions just delight me. I love it. It's so fun. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you get yourself a Mold-A-Rama, if you know one of close to you, then please go try it out. This is so cool. I cannot wait to try this myself. And when I do, I'm going to share it. It'll be on my Instagram at DeRose, a Curiosityness podcast. So you can check that out if you're interested. But yeah, this was a fun little adventure. And thanks for going on it with me. Goodbye. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is my dog, Murphy. And these are dog treats. Now I'll give Murphy one of these dog treats. And all you have to do is press the like button. Just press that little like button right down there at the bottom of this video. And this sweet, adorable, cute little puppy gets a treat. All thanks to you. Alright, you did it? Okay, I believe you if you said you did it. There you go, Murph. She got that treat because of you. Now, I'll eat one of these treats. And all you have to do is click that subscribe button. Right there, pointing to it. Just click that subscribe button, subscribe to Curiosityness with me, Travis DeRose. Get lots of good video, and I'll eat this treat. Alright, you did that too? That's not very good. Bro, I'm not very good.